As they say, knowledge is power. But what is power in relation to the concept of non-duality? And how can you gain personal power when there is no self? In this video, I've got a simple test that'll hopefully shed some light on how much control you actually have over your own life and help show you whether your quest for knowledge is meaningful or whether it's just another trivial pursuit. I'm Russ Rapp, and this channel is dedicated to bringing you fresh insights about nothing, or no thing. When you start to dig into this concept of non-duality, you learn that it literally means not two, and so it's pointing to this concept of oneness in all things. You also find out that your perception of who you are is ultimately an illusion, and so non-duality points to this idea that there is no self. What can happen is that you put more focus on this false identity and it can seem to become more apparent. You start to notice all of its limitations and it's something that you want to free yourself from. It almost becomes a battle of wills between this perception of yourself as a separate individual and this concept of non-duality or oneness in all things. And it gets confusing when we talk in these terms because you think of yourself as a real concrete individual. Well, let's get into the test and hopefully it'll clarify some of this for you. It's quick and easy. I'm just going to ask you a question and I want you to either answer in your head, you can say it out loud, or even put your answer in the comments below. So here it goes. How many fingers am I holding up? Seems pretty easy, right? Did you say 2? Well, if you did, you're wrong. Seems maybe a little unfair, so let's try it again. Now you'll be able to see both of my hands. So let me ask you again, how many fingers am I holding up? Got your answer? Well, if you still believe in basic math, 2 plus 2 equals 4. So if you said 4, congratulations, you passed the test. If you answered correctly, how are you feeling right now? Are you happy? Or maybe you're still a little confused about what the point of that was. Or maybe you have mixed emotions or really no feelings about it at all. Well, if you still have some confusion of the meaning of that test, let's go back and review what happened. So the first time I asked you how many fingers I was holding up, you couldn't see my other hand because it was out of the frame. But when I brought it into the picture, you could clearly see that I was holding up 4 fingers. And what that's attempting to demonstrate is the seeking of the separate self, seeking for more power through knowledge. What the separate self tries to do is learn more about itself and the world around it so it can seem to have more control over its own life. And this can manifest as reading books about personal growth, or attending a seminar, listening to a guru, or watching YouTube videos about empowerment. But what this test is really trying to show you is that no matter how much knowledge you gain about yourself or the world around you, you'll always be seeking for more. You'll always feel like there's something missing in your life. Because what non-duality is trying to point out to you is that your true nature or your real identity is this. It's in everything at all times. And so when you perceive yourself to be separate, that seeking for more knowledge and power automatically comes into the picture. When you realize that you're not a separate self that's living, but you're simply this aliveness that's in all things at all times, that's when the real power is known. So sit with that. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button below, and until next time, peace. It's been real and unreal.